Days of Our Lives spoilers reveal a heated custody battle in Salem as Jennifer Horton has decided to hire a lawyer and pursue custody of her grandchildren Thomas DiMera, Carrie DiMera, and Charlotte DiMera. The issue at hand revolves around Chad DiMera and his relationship with Kat Green. Chad has been raising the children in a loving, stable environment, and his devotion to them has been unquestionable. Chad turned to his brother E.J. DiMera for advice, seeking guidance on whether to contest Jennifer in court. E.J. warned Chad that Jennifer might have a legitimate case if the matter were to escalate and suggested that Chad reconsider taking legal action against her. E.J. has always been pragmatic, cautious, and strategic when it comes to family disputes, but Chad is a very different kind of man. Chad is cleaner in reputation and character compared to any other member of the DiMera family. Chad has made a conscious decision to stay away from the darker elements of the DiMera legacy, and he has deliberately chosen a path that prioritizes the well-being of his children. Chad lives apart from the rest of his family, and he has embraced the Horton house as the home where he wants to raise his kids. Chad has never intentionally harmed his children, and he has consistently provided them with love, support, and guidance. He has been actively involved in their lives, ensuring that they have stability, routine, and care. Chad stands in stark contrast to Jack DiMera, whose past actions are a matter of public record. Jack is a convicted rapist and his victim is married to Steve Johnson. Jack's history cannot be ignored in a custody discussion, as Child Protective Services would have to consider his criminal record and the risk it poses to young children. Even though Jack may present himself as reformed today, his past misconduct, including violent and abusive behavior, would be highly relevant in any court proceedings. Chad can use these facts to highlight that he is the safer, more responsible parent for the children. Jennifer, on the other hand, is far from innocent. Jennifer's history in Salem includes shoplifting as a teenager and struggles with substance abuse. She has relapsed multiple times, and her past demonstrates that she has made poor choices. Jennifer cannot credibly claim moral superiority over Chad, and her judgment should be questioned in the context of child custody. Chad has consistently been a devoted father and has prioritized the emotional, physical, and educational needs of his children. Jennifer, however, has made choices in the past that jeopardized the safety and well-being of Thomas, Carrie, and Charlotte. One notable incident involved Thomas running out in front of a car in the town square while under Jennifer's supervision. This event highlights a pattern of irresponsibility that cannot be ignored in a custody hearing. E.J. may have forgotten the full extent of Jennifer and Jack's past transgressions, or perhaps he underestimates the risks they pose to the children. Chad must consider these factors carefully as he decides how to proceed. Should he challenge Jennifer directly in court or attempt to negotiate with E.J.? The stakes are high as Chad seeks to maintain a stable, loving environment for his children. He understands that going to court could be complicated and emotionally draining, but he also knows that allowing Jennifer to gain custody could put his children at risk of instability and exposure to harmful influences. The question remains why E.J. is reluctant to support Chad in keeping his children. Perhaps E.J. fears family conflict or believes that avoiding confrontation is the safest route. He may not fully appreciate Chad's ability to provide a loving, responsible home. E.J.'s caution may be grounded in his own experiences with the DiMera family, but Chad is not bound by the same patterns. Chad has demonstrated integrity, restraint, and a commitment to his children that few others in the family can claim. He has worked hard to separate himself from the darker aspects of the DiMera legacy, and he has made clear choices that prioritize his children's well-being over his own desires. Chad's home is a safe, nurturing place where Thomas, Carrie, and Charlotte can grow without fear or instability. He has established routines that provide security and comfort, and he has built strong bonds with each of his children that reflect his dedication and love. Jennifer's past behavior, on the other hand, raises serious concerns about her ability to provide a consistent and safe environment. She has struggled with addiction and legal issues, and her judgment has been called into question on multiple occasions. Chad can use these facts to demonstrate in court that he offers a superior environment for the children and that his custody would serve their best interests. The involvement of Jack DiMera adds another layer to the situation. Jack's history of violent criminal behavior cannot be ignored, and any connection between him and the children could raise serious concerns. Among legal authorities, Chad must ensure that the children's safety and well-being remain the top priority, and he must be prepared to present evidence that highlights the risks associated with Jennifer and Jack's past actions. Chad's strategy should focus on his own strengths as a parent, his consistent involvement, and his ability to provide a stable, loving home. He has always been proactive in addressing his children's needs and ensuring that they have the support and guidance necessary to thrive. In addition to his personal dedication, Chad must also navigate the legal advice and counsel of EJ while weighing his own instincts and knowledge of the children's best interests. Chad faces a delicate balance in asserting his rights without escalating conflict unnecessarily. He knows that maintaining a sense of stability and continuity in his children's lives is paramount, and he must act decisively to protect their well-being. Jennifer's pursuit of custody may be motivated by personal grievances or misunderstandings about Chad's intentions, but the evidence suggests that Chad is the parent most capable of providing a safe, nurturing environment for Thomas, Carrie, and Charlotte. His choices to distance himself from the family business, his clean record, and his dedication to parenting make him the ideal candidate to maintain custody and ensure the children's continued growth and security. As the situation unfolds, Chad must consider whether to follow EJ's advice to tread carefully or to assertively fight for custody using all the available evidence about Jennifer and Jack's past. The outcome of this decision will have lasting consequences for his children and for the balance of the DiMera family. Chad's resolve will be tested, but his commitment to his children remains unwavering. He knows that providing a stable, loving home is not just a choice, it is a responsibility that he embraces fully and without hesitation. The question of whether Chad should fight Jennifer in court is ultimately a question of what is best for the children. Their safety, well-being, and emotional health must guide every decision Chad makes, and he must weigh the risks and benefits carefully while keeping their best interests at the forefront of his strategy. EJ's reluctance to intervene may be frustrating, but Chad has the experience, character, and dedication to navigate this complex situation and protect his children from any potential harm. The history of Jennifer and Jack cannot be ignored, and Chad has the opportunity to use this information to strengthen his case. He must present himself as the responsible, loving parent who has consistently acted in the best interests of Thomas, Carrie, and Charlotte, and who will continue to do so in the future. The stakes are high, and the outcome will shape the lives of his children for years to come. Chad's path is clear. His priority remains the safety, stability, and happiness of his children, and he must act with determination, wisdom, and compassion to ensure that they remain in a nurturing environment where they can thrive. The custody battle is more than a legal dispute. It is a test of character, integrity, and parental devotion. Chad's unwavering commitment to his children sets him apart and positions him as the parent best suited to protect, nurture, and guide them as they grow and face the challenges of life in Salem.